Sales managers always struggle with sales objectives and getting buy-in from the sales team on the goals and objectives that are set. On this episode of the Dave Lorenzo Daily, we're going to talk about 4 guaranteed ways to get buy-in on sales objectives. That's right, I'm going to share with you 4 ways that are absolutely guaranteed for you to get buy-in on your sales objectives from everyone on the team. This video is designed to elevate the performance of your players. When I say getting buy-in on sales performance objectives, I mean creating something new to elevate the performance of the entire team and get them to hit their budget numbers. This involves taking a pool of bonus money and holding it out there as an incentive. Today's topic is one that I'm asked about constantly, and that's how to get buy-in on sales objectives. You set out goals for your team and they always complain about them. Every day, someone in the office is complaining about their goals and how tough it is for them to meet their goals. If you follow the steps that I'm going to outline today, you're never going to get those complaints again. The first way to get guaranteed buy-in on sales objectives is very simple. Have the salespeople write the objectives for themselves, but you need to make it an all or nothing proposition. Here's what I mean by that. You sit down with one of your members of your sales team and you say to them, you're going to come up with 5 objectives for the upcoming year. Those objectives are going to be total overall revenue, profit margin for your entire portfolio, depth of wallet, how much of your customer's business do you actually have on average for each of your customers. The 4th one is going to be number of new customers that you're going to attract into the business. And the 5th one is going to be the average dollars per transaction. Now, if you're not familiar with those metrics, go to the Dave Lorenzo Daily channel on YouTube. It's just my name on YouTube, Dave Lorenzo, and look up sales objectives, look up sales goals, and you'll find a number of videos which outline these goals, these objectives for you and my approach to goal setting for your sales team. Each of these objectives, you're going to say to your sales rep, come up with an objective for each of them. And you're going to look at the sales rep and you're going to go, here's the thing. Each one of these objectives is going to make up 20% of your compensation. If you miss one of them, you lose that 20%. If you make it, you get the 20%. Now, when I say it makes up 20% of their compensation, this is either a pool of bonus money that you have set aside specifically for them, or it could be their increase year over year in salary, or it could be a bump in commission percentage. So if you tell them, here's what's at stake. If you miss your sales goals, each of these 5 opportunities is worth 20% of your sales goal. And if you miss one of them, you lose a 1/4 point in your overall commission percentage. So if their commission percentage is 4% and they miss one of them, their commission percentage goes down to 3.75%. You see where I'm going with this? So they have to come up with realistic goals that they can achieve for the year. So that's way number 1 to get buy-in. You get your salespeople to write down their own goals, and they have to be above where they were this year. The second way to get guaranteed buy-in on sales objectives is to offer 3 different options and have the salesperson pick one. Simply come up with 3 different options for their sales objectives. They either have to grow their overall portfolio by, let's say, 5%, 15%, or 20%, and they have to pick one. However, if they pick the lowest one, the opportunity for them to receive bonus money is gone. If they pick the highest one, they can double the potential bonus money. And if they pick the one in the middle, they can make 50% of the bonus money. So in other words, if they don't hit their objectives at all, they don't get any bonus. If they pick the lowest one, they don't get any bonus. If they pick the middle one, they get their bonus plus X. If they pick the highest one, they get double their bonus. In this way, you give them a choice and they have buy-in to what they're going to do. They've selected the option, they've taken the risk, and they feel like they're invested in the outcome. The third way to get buy-in for sales objectives is to set an objective for the entire group. Your entire work group has an objective. You get people to vote on what they want to do, and you offer the same thing, a 3-option portfolio. They get either no bonus, they get a moderate bonus, or they get a huge bonus, and the group votes on it. The group option gets buy-in from everyone on the team, and it will get them pulling together toward the end objective. The final way, and the most interesting way to me to get buy-in for sales objectives, is to pair people up. And what I like to do is I like to take the top 2 performers in the entire group, pair them together, the next 2 pair them together, the third 2 pair them together. So you're pairing the best with the best, and you give them targets that are 100% growth for each of their portfolios. You really stretch them. But they don't put their own personal compensation at risk. They get bonus compensation if they hit the target. The reason that you do this is because you want to elevate the performance of the entire group. So even the last 2 performers in your group, when they work together, will still raise their performance year over year, but they get to do it together. They get to pull together. That team approach is highly effective in getting people to exceed their past performance and to work together as a team. So those are the 4 ways to get buy-in on sales objectives. And here's the important thing to remember. Nothing happens unless the sales team exceeds their goals. So if you're focused on an individual sales performer, unless they exceed their goals, they don't get this bonus money. If you're focused on a team, unless they exceed their goals, they don't get this bonus money. So you're not taking away money from your budget. You're taking money from the additional funds that have been sourced as a result of the opportunity that your team has created. This is a win for everyone, and it's a great way for you as a sales manager to ensure buy-in to sales performance objectives. I'm Dave Lorenzo, and we'll see you right back here again tomorrow for another edition of the Dave Lorenzo Daily. In case you are listening to this on the podcast, I want to remind you to visit us on YouTube, because on YouTube there are a whole host of bonus features that are not available on the podcast. Come over to YouTube, hit the red subscribe button, ring the bell. I look forward to seeing you as a member of our community over on YouTube tomorrow at 5 p.m. Until then, here's hoping you do this and sell more. I'm Dave Lorenzo. We'll see you right back here again tomorrow.